Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, and if you aren't new here, welcome back. My name is Courtney, and on my channel I talk about my new life as a wife, a stepmom, home transitioning, and all things in between. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that way you won't miss any new videos. Today will be another Stepmom Sunday. I had taken a break for a little while to focus on some things that's going on in home. Nothing bad, everything's good. I will be keeping you all updated. New videos will be coming soon. Today's video will be talking about those who face issues when your family or your friends look at you crazy or question you when you refer to your stepchildren as your children. Basically, I want to talk about how people like to mind your business. So the thing is, when you get married to someone, we may not talk about these things all the time or whatever, but you take on that person's everything. Basically, like sometimes you take on their personalities, you take on some things that they say, you take on their family. And with that, I mean, why would you if you're going to call your husband's brother or sister or mother, mom, why wouldn't you call their children your children? I mean, when you marry someone, you marry them for all that they have. And when you all dated, you knew that he or she had children. You knew that your spouse had previous relationships. So when you make that decision to marry them, you should take on that responsibility and refer to them as your children, because that's your husband, that's his kids. If that's your husband, those are your children also. Basically, I would say how to deal with those family and friends or any naysayers that has anything to negatively say about your decision. I would ask them why do they feel like they have any right to say anything? This is your life, this is your decision. They're not the ones who have taken on the responsibility to care for these children. If they're not paying any bills of you all's, if they're not putting any food on your table, if they're not making any decisions in your household, they should not have a right or have any opinion to feel as any type of way about who you refer to as your children. Just like you call people that you work with your co-workers, people that you formulate other relationships with, like friendships, those are your friends, so these are your children. These are your responsibilities. I think what people fail to realize is that when you take on this role, you have taken on the responsibility to care for these children. You have taken on the responsibility to love these children. You don't have to do this. You love these children because you want to, not because you have to. You didn't give birth to these children. These are your spouse's children, so why not take them in as your own? Like, you don't want to alienate them and make them feel any type of way like you don't care about them. If you weren't showing your love to them, if you weren't showing that you care, then people would have something to say about that. So what you have to realize is that there's no way to please everybody. So all you need to worry about is pleasing those in your household, and that includes your spouse and their children, which if you want to call them your children, go right ahead. If your husband or if your spouse, whoever, if your spouse does not feel that there's a problem with you referring to their children as your children, then who cares what anybody else has to say? Anybody. I don't care who it is. All you have to worry about is making sure that your household is happy and flows, without any type of hiccup. When you decide to marry your spouse, you take on I know some of you may have different views on it, but if you say what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine, it includes finances or different possessions. So why not look at their children as the same way? There's no problem with that. And if anybody has a problem with that, tell them to mind their business. I mean, that's all I can say. If they don't have a say-so about what goes on in your household, then they definitely shouldn't have a say-so about who you refer to as your children. Period. If anything, living your life unapologetically and genuinely, that should be the example to those who always have something to say. If you continue to do what you want to do in a positive way, and you can basically be an example to them, show them that it is possible to be a positive person in other children's lives. They may not believe it's true, they not believe it's possible, they may not even feel that they would do that to someone if they were dating someone else who had children. That may not be their calling, that may not be what they want to do, but that's their business. That's not your business. Just as much as you calling your spouse's children your children, that's not their business. Hopefully, by you continuing to shine your light to the children and to those around you and those who have so much to say, hopefully you can be a good example to those who have a closed mind. You know, being a stepmom is very courageous, and everyone does not take that role seriously. I mean, my dad, who I refer to as my dad, is my stepdad, but I don't look at him any differently. He is my dad and I am his daughter, and that has always been the case since I was like 3 or 4 years old. So I honestly admire the relationship that he built with me, because he showed me what a great step parent is. Like, he didn't look at me or view me or treat me any differently than his own. And that's exactly what I plan to do with what I have been doing with my stepchildren. And anyone who feels as though that there's a problem, then they need to get right with Jesus. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening. I hope I have helped someone out who may be getting some type of negative feedback from referring to their stepchildren as their children, or, you know, whatever the case may be, any type of negativity. I hope I can be some type of light. Sorry I've been away for so long. I know you all may have been looking for more videos, but as I said, I will be back. I can't say that this Stepmom Sundays will be forever unless you all continue to ask questions or give me different topics to talk about, or different insight, or different things to research. I will definitely be able to help you all. I thank you all again for listening. Hopefully you all can share this with someone who needs it, someone who needs to get that extra oomph or push of encouragement. And make sure you head over to my Instagram page. I had taken a break from there also. Well, not really a huge break, but I will continue to give you all encouragement and positive feedback and positive words. If you have any questions, if you don't even want to pose your question on a comment here on YouTube, you can definitely shoot me a DM on my Instagram page and ask any question, or ask me up to give my insight on any topic related to stepmoms. All right, you guys, thank you so much again. See you on the next video. Bye.